Yo, what's going on, Cardinal fans? It's TRL back with some more Cardinals news and thoughts. And I'm going to be talking about our post-game show, the post-game thoughts, how good our team did today, how bad our team did today. Before I get into the post-game thoughts, make sure to leave a like and sub up to the channel if you are new. It would mean a lot. Comment your guys' thoughts on this game. I'm probably going to be on here for at least a half hour talking about this game and talking about what our team did good and what our team did bad on. So I'll probably be on here for a little bit. But in the meantime, I'm gonna put the link down if anybody wants to come in here to talk about the Cardinals. I know some people probably didn't see the game, so let's get right into it. The first topic I'm going to be talking about is the struggles that we had today. Now, there weren't really that many in the second half, but obviously a lot of us fans, including myself big time, if you guys hopped by my live stream today, you guys would have seen that in the first half I was super pissed off. I really wanted to turn off the game desperately. But at the end of the day, I'm really glad I didn't. And obviously I was live, so I didn't really want to cut it short like that. I'm a loyal fan. I watch games from the first through fourth quarter because that's just how I am, no matter how much we're losing by. So, first topic, the struggles. Now, when you look at this game, it was struggling, like from the beginning of it to the halftime part of it. I guess you can sort of make a case for the third quarter of it. We were struggling big time. I don't even know where to begin with it. Now, defensively, on the very first drive, J.J. Watt, shout out to him, by the way, played pretty good actually in his return game in the season debut. Probably our best defender of this game, come to think of it, besides the Byron Murphy game winner. At least in the first half, first three quarters when we were playing like hot trash, J.J. Watt was our best defender by far. He had a sack on the first drive. Obviously, right after that, it turned into a huge play by our secondary giving up a bomb to one of the Raiders receivers. Now, in this game overall, the Cardinals were giving up big plays on third down, at least in the first half. I mean, there were other receivers. There were Darren Waller making plays on third down, Hunter Renfrow. I mean, like it wasn't stopping. We just kept allowing them to easily convert on third down in the first half. And we were down 20-0 at halftime. So by that point, I was like, yep, we're 0-2. We're last in our division. Halftime was pretty much where I gave it all up. But obviously, we all know what happened. Now, Kyler Murray, besides the interception, he didn't have a bad game. When he threw that interception, I was like, yeah, that's pretty much our O-line's fault. That kind of started it. But at the end of the day, Kyler should have thrown it out of bounds. But he tried making a play while running, and he wasn't able to come down with it. Now, another player that I also need to sort of call out a bit is Marco Wilson, because he is the reason why we went down 23-7 at one point, because he completely jumped on the receiver when Derek Carr overthrew him. So a lot of issues on our secondary. I don't know where the hell Budda Baker was today. In the first two games, Budda Baker has been completely silent. Marcus Golden, who had a pretty solid game in week one, didn't really do much in today's game. Mostly our pass rush in general, besides J.J. Watt, didn't really do much. Zach Allen had a couple plays on the run defense. I mean, not that much to talk about when it comes to our D-line. Our linebackers stepped up today, which I'm going to get into the studs and duds here pretty soon, but which I'll actually get into right now. Studs and duds. I want to shout out Isaiah Simmons for forcing that fumble and being able to help us come out with that victory. Really, really great play. Zaven Collins as well, who caused the first fumble, but unfortunately Budda Baker wasn't able to come down with it. I'm pretty sure Foster Moreau was the one that was able to pick it up and give the Raiders another chance. But who else? Hollywood Brown, shout out to him for the most part. I mean, that overtime play where he could have caught it, which would have given us a huge advantage, but he ended up dropping it after the collision with one of the defenders on the Raiders, which almost costed our chances of us winning that game. I mean, Hollywood Brown was the reason why we almost lost this game. But I'm glad of the way we fought. I'm glad of the way we were able to hold on. and most importantly, we got the win. So that's all that matters. It doesn't matter how many points we were down by. It didn't matter how much I wanted to really turn that game off. The reality is we came back, we pulled it off, and I'm proud of the way we fought. Also, shout out to Byron Murphy. I mean, not just because of the game winner, but because of his battle with Devontae Adams. I mean, 2 catches for 12 yards. Shout out to Byron Murphy. I know there were probably a couple other defenders on him that helped out, but I mean, this team really game planned for Devontae Adams in such a great way. I mean, in the first half, it looked like Devontae Adams was the only person they really prepared for, but they were able to pick it up. They made adjustments after halftime. I was really impressed with the way we were able to contain Devontae Adams. I'm pretty sure Darren Waller was their leading receiver today. So, I mean, credit to Byron Murphy and anyone else who was guarding him. It was amazing. I really, really liked it. And last but not least, shout out to Kyler Murray. I said in order to win this game, he needed to step up big time. He needed to respond in a huge way. And that's exactly what he did. I mean, he never gave up. And if I'm just going to say it, if the Raiders were facing Kyler Murray from last year, Kyler Murray probably, chances are, he wouldn't have had any hope whatsoever, especially after that interception that he threw. He didn't pout on the sideline. He didn't do any of that like he normally did last year. The thing is, in the second half, he was able to pull it together. Him and Hollywood made so many connections. Him and Zach Ertz. AJ Green, who I'm also about to get to. I mean, Kyler Murray really stepped up, and that's what I predicted. I predicted that he was going to step up and bring us the win, and that's exactly what he did. Big reason why we were able to stay in the game, and a big reason why he sent that game into overtime. And I just have to say, the first 2-point conversion that we got, shout out to the O-line for that. That was a 20-second play. They were able to contain and help out Kyler Murray, try to make a play for 20 seconds. I don't even know how they pulled it off on there. I mean, Kyler Murray just was running zigzags left, right, and center, and then he just ran right into the end zone to bring us back in the game by 1 possession. So shout out to the O-line for that play. And AJ Green, shout out to him too. He redeemed himself after making a couple bad decisions, a couple bad drops. He was able to catch the 2-point conversion that sent the game into overtime. So credit to AJ Green for that. Credit to our offense. I mean, in overtime especially, besides Hollywood Brown almost selling us the game, our offense did what they could in overtime, but our defense was able to stay in. They fought well. They were able to pull it off. So credit to all those guys, and credit to Kyler Murray especially. I'm not giving Cliff Kingsbury and Vance Joseph any credit whatsoever because I'm just saying they were the reasons why we were down bad in the first place. But that's about where I'm at with the studs and duds. Marco Wilson didn't really, once again, have a good game. He's the reason why we went down 23-7 at one point. But that's the end of the studs and duds part. I want to talk about the beginning of the comeback. Now, for those of you that saw the game, Hollywood Brown was pretty much what started it all off. Now, obviously, before that, the Cardinals were moving the ball pretty well. Kyler Murray was dishing bombs to Zach Ertz for first downs. There was one point, I think it was 4th down, Zach Ertz picked up the 1st and goal for us. But there was one point in the game where Hollywood had a one-handed catch over 2 defenders. That catch right there pretty much started the momentum for us. It started us when we were down 23-7. That's what started it all for us. That catch by Hollywood Brown over 2 defenders on 4th and 4. And despite James Conner going down with an injury and not coming back, despite DeAndre Hopkins obviously not playing, despite Rondale Moore being out, this offense was able to pull it together and make a bunch of plays. So if we can get Rondale Moore at least back next week against the Rams, that'd be amazing. Our offense would be set, especially after the way the Rams almost choked today. I think we could honestly beat them. If we played the way we played in the second half and we're able to get Rondale Moore back, I don't care what the Rams' record is with Sean McVay against us. I think we can beat that team. And I know we're playing at home and we tend to lose a lot at home, but I think this team can easily beat the Rams if they played the way they played in the second half. If they continue to not give up, keep fighting until the end, they have a really good chance of going 2-1 next week. But, we're taking it one game at a time. We got the Rams next week, which I'm going to be talking about shortly. But, yeah, the comeback, Kyler Murray and AJ Green especially, the main reason why we were able to send it into overtime. I'm probably going to talk about the penalties here shortly, but I mean, credit to our team in general. Credit to our team. It was amazing. 29-23 was the final, so credit to that. I do want to talk about the penalties, though. Now, the penalties were bad for both teams. I mean, what do we have? 10 penalties for like 110 plus yards, I think. And the Raiders had about the same amount of penalties for less yards. So that's one thing we need to clean up next week is the penalty, especially on our O-line. And another thing I want to bring up is the fact that we can't seem to get a play going, and we always wait for the play clock to go below 5 seconds. I mean, before we tied the game and sent it into overtime, there was a point where Kyler Murray just let the clock hit 0. And we went back 5 yards. We were at the 7-yard line, and obviously we know what happened after that. We sent it in overtime. But this team really needs to work out their chemistry when it comes to getting in formation on time. I mean, that was ridiculous. We just need to, fix that up a little bit. But I'm glad we were able to get past that and come out with the tie in overtime and send it to overtime. And I'm glad we were able to, our defense was able to step it up specifically because if you guys know Derek Carr's history in overtime, it's pretty fucking good. I mean, last season, what was he, 2-0, 3-0 in overtime? And one of those games was to send the Raiders into the playoffs. I mean, Derek Carr's record in overtime is super promising. So for the defense to keep it going and make the play and win us the game, it was amazing. And I'm really proud of our defense right there. Now, you guys know me. When I talk about our post game, I also do tend to talk about other teams, especially our division, which I'm going to be getting to shortly. But 29-23 was the final. Proud of the way we fought. Proud of the way we won. On to the lamb chop lovers next week. But now, getting into our division. Now, I'll start off with the 49ers because a lot of notes on that team. Trey Lance goes down with an ankle injury, and he's likely out for the season. And Jimmy Garoppolo steps in, brings the Niners the 27-7 victory. Now, for the people that are just hopping in, you guys already know. Make sure to like the stream, by the way. I do talk about our division games right after I'm done talking about our team's game. So let's talk about our division a little bit. Now, the 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo came out, got the win, which, to be honest, I thought was going to happen as soon as I heard Trey Lance go down. Prayers out to Trey Lance. Hope for a quick recovery. It always sucks to see guys go down like that. But when it comes to the Niners, especially with Trey Lance playing, and I said this on one of my YouTube friends' live streams, who's currently streaming right now, so go sub him up, Mr. YTC. Basically, I said that the way Trey Lance runs the ball, the way the team makes him run the ball is not promising. And with the core that the 49ers have, I mean, like it's not smart to make your quarterback run that much, especially when Trey Lance doesn't, take a slide that much. He always tries to get that extra yardage, and that's what led to his injury. But yeah. What's up, awesome kid?
What's up?
So I was talking about the division, but what do you think about our game today?
We start a little bit slow.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
People need to realize that
Yep.
the game don't end only in the fourth quarter.
Yep. And clearly they proved it doesn't matter what lead you had in the fourth quarter. Two teams
Yep.
actually, Miami and Arizona, proved that it doesn't matter how much you're up in the fourth. So there you go. David says, I blame Shanahan for the injury. He called the quarterback run. Yeah, especially with the running backs you guys have. I'm shocked that he had to go out that way. But, we'll be playing Jimmy Garoppolo in Mexico week 11. So I thought we were at least going to see another Kyler and Trey Lance matchup. But, hey, it is what it is. But back to our division. So I want to talk about these sorry-ass, broke-ass, pathetic-ass lamb chop lovers in fucking LA. Right? I just want to talk about that. They were up 28-3. Cooper Kupp fumbles the ball. That almost costs them the game. And Mariota, from what people are saying, because I didn't watch the highlights or anything like that, I just saw the score and the box score. He throws the ball in the end zone. I think it was Drake London who caught it, and Jalen Ramsey literally snagged it right out of his hand. No problem. I just want to say Jalen Ramsey has no reason to be celebrating right now. I mean, he may have won them the game, but for that to even be close, I expect us to at least be competitive next week against the Rams. I don't expect us to have the first half struggles like we had today. I'm just
Yep.
saying. I mean, Father Time's clearly catching up with Jalen Ramsey. Same thing with Aaron Donald. Bobby Wagner, from what I heard, he had a pretty good game. But, I mean, come on. This was my lock of the week prediction right here. I thought the Rams were going to demolish Atlanta, which they were at first. But then Stafford, ever since he threw that interception, the Falcons started making their way, and they almost came back with Mariota at quarterback. So, if we at least go down swinging with the Rams, I'll take it. But I expect us to at least come close to beating them next week. And I think we have a great chance of beating them. So, I mean, I don't know what your thoughts on that are, Awesome Kid, but I think we can easily beat
I
the Rams.
agree. I agree, but I don't think that we're not. I don't see us being the Rams because like they know us too well.
Yep. Yeah, they do. But if we play the way we played in the second half next week throughout the entire game, and if we get Rondale Moore back, our offense could shock them up a bit. But, we'll see what happens. But I don't think we need to waste our time talking about this team as much. But let's talk about the Sea Chickens.
Oh God.
Okay, so week 1, I thought they were getting annihilated. And obviously they didn't. They pulled off the upset. Geno Smith was getting emotional in the post-game interview, just like any other dirty-ass Seahawks quarterback would.
No.
Listen, they went back down to reality. I called it. It was a week 1 fluke. It was the upset of the week, but week 1, anything could happen, and in week 2, they went back down to earth. They went back to reality. They thought they were going to beat the 49ers, which even with Trey Lance playing for the short time he did, it wasn't even close. So, I mean, hey, David said Lambs almost lost to the Falcons. Ramsey took the ball away from wide receiver of the goal line late in the 4th. Yeah, Ramsey saved them that game, but at the end of the day, if I'm the Rams, I'm not that proud of this win. I mean, Cooper
Right.
Kupp had a game, but he also had a fumble that almost costed them the game. So something's going on there in LA. But we'll see what happens next week. We are playing them. The Niners are playing the Broncos. I don't know who the Seahawks are playing. I'm gonna have to check that out. But hey,
They're probably gonna lose anyways.
hey, I'm not gonna waste my time talking about the Seahawks that much because they don't deserve my attention. But
Yeah, they don't.
yeah, they really don't. But
Pity.
yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say this. Can you imagine if the Falcons were the ones that came back from 28-3 today?
You know how many memes
You know how many fucking memes and jokes and
about the
Falcon
Rams?
fans saying, "Hey, we did it. Fuck you guys." Like that would have been funny.
I mean,
Uh,
they're making memes about the Ravens right now and the Raiders. So.
I mean, yeah, Tua had 6 passing touchdowns. I mean, shit, Tyreek Hill got me 42 points in fantasy. So, yeah, shout out to Tyreek Hill at least for that.
Shout
I
out to
don't,
the Dolphins and shout out to the 49ers for being the Gayhawks
I don't really
right now.
care about either
I
of
hate
those teams.
them.
I don't really care about either of those teams. So, I'm glad Tyreek Hill had me a fantasy victory. By the way, J Mouse, if you're watching, I'm sorry I had to beat you in fantasy like that, but that's just how it is. But I am playing Michael next week in fantasy too, so I can't wait for that. But I mean, did I miss anything on our game? I mean, I brought up the studs and duds, our fucking trash penalties. Um, the comeback, Hollywood Brown almost selling us the fucking game.
And I
Uh,
don't know how the hell we missed that fumble the first time.
oh yeah, fuck you, Chandler Jones, you piece of shit. But yeah, there you go. Shit. The Cardinals get the victory 29-23. So, Byron Murphy, credit to him for locking up Devontae Adams and getting that victory for us. When they were reviewing it, I thought they were reviewing it to see if it was a fumble, but they were actually reviewing it to see if Byron Murphy actually crossed the
Yeah,
goal line.
yeah. After you cross the
Yeah,
goal.
before
See,
before throwing the ball away, I was like, dude, you almost pulled a Deshaun Jackson on that shit.
how about
I
if
was
he
like, dude,
wouldn't have done that, I would have been pissed.
if the Raiders got the ball back at the 25, I would have been so pissed off. And I was like, wow, is this game really going to be a tie or some shit? Like, Byron Murphy almost pulled a fucking Deshaun Jackson and almost sold the game for us. Like, that was crazy. But
I
um,
thought I
yeah,
thought the game was over when they missed that fumble
yeah, I
the
thought it was
first
over too.
time.
Like, why the hell are you reviewing it? Like, I don't know, man. But hey,
You're trying to pick it up. Like just get the ball. Don't pick it up. Don't be a hero. Be smart and pick. Just don't
yeah,
pick it up. Just get on the ball.
and on that first fumble, Buda Baker obviously couldn't get. And that's another thing. Where the hell has Buda Baker been lately? Like, honestly,
I
first two weeks,
mean,
first 2 weeks,
yeah.
Buda didn't really have that good of a game. I mean, shit. I mean, I
I
know
mean,
it's only
we got Simmons now, so he's been
yeah.
showing up lately.
Hey, Simmons was a big factor on why we were able to pull it off. Same thing with Zayvon Collins, who kind of started it off for us on that first fumble. Hunter Renfrow fumbled it twice on us. So, I mean, shit. Our defense didn't give up. J.J. Watt, shout out to him for bringing energy on his season debut. Um, had a hell of a game. He had a sack too. Kyler Murray, especially, definitely shut up the haters up. I can't wait to see Fist Vegas's video if he even drops one because he's a pussy bitch who
Oh, oh,
doesn't.
oh, 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 Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is better. Daniel Jones is still better, or something
Yeah,
like that.
still better because he's 2-0 for beating the fucking Titans and fucking Panthers. But hey, anyway,
Anyway, we don't talk about those clowns.
yeah, we don't talk about Fist Vegas. Yeah, we don't talk about that clown. But anyways, credit to Arizona. Definitely balled. All my predictions were right. McDaniels was going to choke the game away for the Raiders. Kyler Murray was definitely going to respond. That was my prediction, and that's exactly what happened. Kyler Murray definitely stepped up as a clutch player. He definitely stepped up as a leader. He didn't give up. Definitely a trend in the right direction so far for that extension we gave him. But at the end of the day, it is only 2 weeks. Everyone in our division is 1-1 right now. So, and we're playing against a division opponent next week, and the Broncos are playing the Niners. That should be a good game. But if Russell Wilson keeps playing like a scrub, Niners are easily going to win that game.
Man, he barely
Uh,
beat the Texans.
yeah, once again, I don't know who Seattle's playing, but they'll probably lose. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, it probably is.
yeah, I don't know who they're playing, but they'll probably go 1-2. At least we didn't go last in our division this week. We would have been the only team 0-2 had we not able to pull it off. The fucking Raiders are 0-2. Like, everyone thought this was their year and shit, but hey, I mean,
The
goddamn,
Dolphins are 2-0, and the Giants. That's
yeah,
weird.
Giants. I think the Bears are still getting their asses whipped, so they're 1-1 now. But I mean, like I said, the NFC is up for grabs. The NFC is obviously weak this season. AFC is way tougher. Um, I wouldn't be shocked if some great teams in the AFC, like the Ravens, miss the playoffs just because of how tough that conference is. But I mean, and I like this division used to be tough. Now we can easily win this division if you ask me, despite our schedule.
Yeah. I think we have a chance of winning the division, but you think I don't see it, but we could.
I mean, like, listen, when we get Hopkins back, because we clearly are a better team with him. If we get Hopkins back and we play the way we played last year before he got hurt, we could win the division. I'm not saying we are, but we have a great chance of doing it. But on the other hand, still 15 games left, so we'll see how it goes. We got the Rams. We're taking it 1 week at a time, but we also have to bring up the fact how we never beat Carolina, but Baker Mayfield never beats us, so that'll be interesting to see what happens. I'll actually be out of town for that Panthers game, so I won't be going live for that. I will be going live for the Rams game next week, though. So we'll see how that goes. I can't wait to play the fucking Rams. After the way they played today, I expect this to at least be competitive, unlike last year when we played them. So, I mean, I
Yep.
think I covered anything. I don't know if you got anything else to say, awesome kid, but I mean, shit. If anyone else wants to hop in here and talk about their team today, I know the Sunday night game is still going on, so I don't think TOP will be hopping by. or any Bears fan after the way their team's playing right now. But
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Cardinals. I was ready to fucking turn the game off and throw my controller or my remote controller
Yeah.
uh, after the
When I
first.
look at the score, I was like, yeah, it's over. But when
Yeah,
it's over,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't
I was,
know.
but I was live streaming the game, so I didn't want to turn it off just because I was trying to be professional. But I was ranting my ass off until that fourth quarter.
Kyler
Um,
Murray, yeah, Kyler Murray miracle. Done it
this,
again.
yeah, I need to say this fucking team needs to stop giving me heart attacks. I
Yep.
swear, all the teams I root for, the fucking Cardinals and Suns, always giving me heart attacks and shit. Like they need to cut that shit out. I'm tired of
Mhm.
it. But yeah, Cardinals. I don't know why it took us till the fourth quarter to fucking do that, but hey, we made adjustments. Still not giving Vance Joseph or any of our coaches any credit. It was our players that did it all today. They
Especially
were
Kyler Murray. He did it.
they were the ones that gave us that game. I'm sure people are still going to hate on Kyler somehow. I'm sure people are still going to have a reason to hate on him because it is what it is. But I'm sure some excuses will be made. But in the meantime, I have not heard from a single Cardinal hater since that fucking game ended. So fuck all of you guys. So there you
Mhm.
go. But yeah, I mean, I think David, I don't know if you're still here, but I mean, hey, you want to come in here and talk about your team? Then links right there. Like up the stream, folks. It would mean a lot. Sub up if you're new. Uh, you know, check out my live stream too because I had some funny reactions on that live stream. If you guys,
And I'm just gonna say we have a Bears fan. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, shit.
For the rest, you can watch.
I had a shit ton of funny reactions. Like when Hollywood dropped that pass, I was like, "You fucking bum!" Like, goddamn. I mean, shit. And then when we won that game, that reaction was priceless.
Mm. Oh, you know what you see have done? You see I'm gonna make a Bills and Cardinals reaction with that Hail
Hey,
Mary.
hey, look at
Yep.
that Hail Mary shit. Yep. Still wear this shit. Feel like it was yesterday, but yep.
I was
God
like, yep.
And this front office of ours, they need to make a move for a secondary player. I am in Corey Davis live stream right now. Only thing I gotta say is fuck the sea chickens. Oh damn.
Yep. Fuck yes.
Yeah,
Fuck the sea chickens.
sea chickens. But hey, we pulled it off. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter how many points we were down. We came back. We had great effort. We fought. We won. Fought till the end. I don't know the last time we fucking did something like that, but shit, we did it. Kyler Murray, big credit to him. I don't expect shit from a Cardinal hater this next week or so. So yeah, fuck all those guys.
Mm.
Yeah, and anybody who fucking thought we were losing this game, fuck you guys too. But anyways, you got anything left to say, awesome kid?
No, all I gotta say, good game. We kept fighting, and that's it. So keep fighting. That's
Yep,
the definition of the scene.
he fighting until the end. And Kyler Murray, I don't even like words can't even describe how fucking grateful I felt for him today. Like that was amazing.
Maybe we're just the second half team. Could be that.
I don't know. We could be, we could not be, but I don't know. But we'll see how it goes going forward. I swear, like, and I gotta bring it up because I was looking at the highlights. This dude Kyler Murray on that first 2 point conversion lasted 20 seconds. Like that was fucking crazy. That was a 20-second play on that first one where he ran it in. Like Jesus, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, credit to the O line for that play. That was about the only good highlight from the offensive line
You
was that
know
first
what? The only thing
2 point.
I was surprised about, there were no holds
Yeah,
on
there
that
were
play.
no 20-second play when Kyler ran it in to bring us down by 8 points. Our O line was able to keep it going. Besides Rodney Hudson, I mean, everyone else on the O line, Kelvin Beachum had a pretty terrible game. DJ Humphries was getting injured a little bit in that game, but he came back and sort of played better. We locked up Chandler Jones pretty good. Max Crosby had 2 sacks on us, so obviously Kelvin Beachum, that was on his part. So, and Justin Pugh actually didn't get hurt today. Yay. We actually had a fucking left guard today, but that's just that's just how it is. Chandler Jones. Everyone thought he was gonna have a field day on us. I swear, every time we had the ball, everyone like the cameraman put him on camera at least one time. I was like, dude, get him off my screen. We get it. Like he's not gonna have a good game on us. But
Yep.
hey, Raiders are 0-2 and we're 1-1. So I definitely didn't see the Raiders starting 0-2 this season. But I mean, shit, because I predicted them to beat the Chargers at least in Week 1, but that didn't happen. But the main thing I was impressed about was our ability to lock up Devontae Adams. That's what I was impressed with the most. On the first drive, he only had one catch for that 1-yard touchdown. And I don't think he caught the ball until the third quarter when they went up by a field goal. Or when they went up 23-7 with that field goal. So we obviously game plan for Devontae Adams pretty well. And once again, shout out to Byron Murphy for that. That was amazing. But J.J. Watt, Byron Murphy, Isaiah Simmons, Zayvon Collins, those were our defenders today. Those were our guys. Nick Vigil, I think he had a couple tackles for loss, so credit to him too. Marco Wilson was about the reason why we almost did not come back and went down 23-7.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was terrible. Shout out to Greg Dortch for getting us started on that, getting us on the board with that touchdown on that one drive. And even before that,
Oh, I forgot someone. Shout out to my boy AJ Green, bro, for that 2-point conversion. I
yep,
don't
I
know
said,
how you caught that ball, but
and I know I wasn't the only one thinking, hey, he redeemed himself from that Week 8 match against Green Bay. But hey,
yeah, I know. Yeah, you have my respect, but yeah.
yeah, AJ Green had a terrific ass game. Shout out to him. But that's all it is. We're taking on those filthy lamb chop lovers in LA at home next week. I mean, shit, that should be a good one.
Yep.
I expect it to be good, and I expect us to at least be competitive after today. So hopefully this win right here gains us some momentum. We can try to take first place in the division next week. But hey, great victory. My heart is still kind of pounding from that fucking matchup, but hey, I mean, shit. I don't think I got anything else left to say. I've been on here for 32 minutes already. So, yeah, before I end it, make sure to follow me on these socials right here. Mainly, I'll be on Twitter talking about my team, but that's all I got really. Leave a like. It would mean a lot if you guys liked up the stream. Sub up to the channel if you're new. Road to 200 subs. I'm at 167 right now. But shout out to the Cardinals. Definitely
Yep.
put up a great. Did not give up whatsoever. Definitely impressed me today, especially Kyler Murray not giving up and actually becoming clutch for once in his fucking life. But hey, there you go. Cardinals win 29-23, and I'm gonna end it right here. Awesome kid, you got anything left?
No, just good game, boys.
Good game. Yep. So got the Lambs next week. But anyway, guys, that's all I got. See you guys in the next one. Go
All right.
Cardinals, and peace out.